excited to be here. I feel like it's been a little bit. So we're going to do this reading about your person, and this is going to be kind of different from what I usually do. So how I'm going to do this is I'm just going to pull overall energies for you first so that you can take a look and see and make sure this is your reading or your pile, and then your person's. And I'm going to kind of play off of that. So see what I see, and then I'll ask the questions from there. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to ask, but I do know that this is going to pertain to your person's energy. So that may be what I title this. I'm not sure. So that being said, 3 piles here to choose from. The first pile here is the, I know I use this a lot. This is one of my most favorite decks. It's off of Etsy if you're interested. It's called the Tarot of the Cosmic Seed. And then pile 2 here is the Tarot of Grand Luxe. And then pile 3, which I've been wanting to use this for a while, so I'm pretty sure there's got to be some kind of message here for somebody. But pile 3 is the special message. Naked Heart Tarot. It's just went completely blank. It's interesting. I'm just now noticing, guys. I'm just now noticing these similarities that are here. Do you see this? It's like Gemini energy that we're looking at. You have these 2 moths on this one, the 2 jokers here, and then the 2 snakes here. How crazy. So maybe we're not, you know, this is also, like I said, focused on your energy and your person's to begin with. So that's pretty wild about how the 2 of you may be kind of seeing this connection, something to that nature. Okay, so that being said, and I also wanted to say thank you to everybody that entered in the drawings that I did, all the giveaways, the 5-day giveaway. I appreciate you guys so very much. Y'all are so sweet. The comments were just awesome. And it was really great kind of bow tie on the end of my year, and I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate y'all being here for my journey and experiencing the channel, and you know, wouldn't be going in the direction that it's going if it wasn't for you guys, and I appreciate all y'all so very much. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for listening to me ramble and my long, super long readings and all that stuff, and yeah, appreciate you guys. So that being said, 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you at the pile. Hey, pile 1. So if you chose the Tarot of Cosmic Seed, this is going to be a reading. So we are going to first get some oracles of you and your person's overall energy, so you know for sure if this is your reading or not. Oh, sorry about that. If y'all had headphones on, I apologize. I know how loud that is. Dropped my crystal. Okay, so this is the Sacred Destiny Oracles, and we're going to use these for overall energy for you guys. First, what is your energy towards this person? What is pile 1's energy? What is pile 1's energy towards this person? Well, they just gave me a whole lot. Interesting. Okay, we'll see what comes out still. I'm not gonna... You're very jumpy, aren't you? There's a lot of energy going on. Also, this I see all the tarot decks as they're having their own personality. And this deck I haven't used it in quite some time, and I've been meaning to. Every time I open my cabinet, I look at it, but then I'm like, no. And so it's kind of excited. It kind of feels like it's excited for me to use it. All right, settle down now. Pile 1. Pile 1, how's pile 1 feeling towards their person? How's pile 1 feeling towards their person? Wisdom. Oh, love this card. I love all these cards in this deck, but you could be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh, there's a lot going on here with you. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this before I get your person's energy out. Couple things. I feel like this is someone that you find yourself being very attached to. I think that there's some sort of kind of mystical nature about this connection in some kind of way. Kind of It's spiritual, but it's also about recognizing a part of this connection that seems almost a little dreamy at times. There's an idea around having commitment of some sort with this person, or working with this person with something, creating something here. There's an energy of wanting to kind of stay in a flow of the connection itself, and things kind of moving in a direction of, I feel like a deeper sense of the connection, because the mermaid that's here is diving deep into the water. I'm gonna hold this up so y'all can see it better. And there's a level of vulnerability, I feel like, here as well, especially when it comes to allowing yourself to dream about the future of this connection, just to dream about this connection. There's a level of vulnerability that goes into that. It's a very unsafe place for you in a way. It's like you feel very vulnerable thinking about future energies, or a wish that you may have, or something to that nature. It makes you feel vulnerable in this connection, and it goes along with that attachment that you feel towards this person. That makes you feel vulnerable. When you create an attachment to someone, we're vulnerable to pain. We're vulnerable to experiencing loss and conflict, and the struggles and pain that come from that. And that's something that's on your mind. And I think there's a level of playfulness that goes into this as well. I do feel like that you've already kind of dove pretty deep in this situation with this person, and the understanding that you have with this person, or what this person means to you. But you know that there's more things to learn, or more wisdom to be gained in this connection. And I feel this very kind of, it's like you're driving towards something that you feel vulnerable in, but you're still moving in that direction because it's like drawing you in, because it's so unimaginable in some kind of way. It's like meeting someone that literally fits everything that you've wanted, or you've wanted to experience, the feeling that comes from the experience. It just fits with you, and it's that draw that you feel because of that. Now, this card for you is wisdom, because I think that there's a lot of wisdom that I think that you've gained, not only about this connection from this person, but I feel like mostly about yourself and where you are and who you are, trusting yourself and being aware of the things around you, especially when it comes to the unknown. So being consciously aware also that you don't know everything is the other part of that. Knowing that there's wisdoms to still be gained. I think that that's really important too, moving forward. Yeah, when we know that we don't know everything, or how everything's going to turn out, or which direction everything's going to go, it leaves us. There's two ways of looking at that. One is scary, but the other one is such a wide open space to be, right? To just the unknown. You know, think of if you were walking into, I always imagine like a field, like a wheat field, you know, because I have one, but right here, and that's what I imagine is going out there, and it being pitch black. Completely darkness, but you know you're in a huge unknown space when it comes to the wisdom that you know, and how things are kind of play out, and the truth of how things are going to play out. That's the unknown, right? You can either be in the dark of it, or you could walk out there and be in the light of it. And the differences in the feeling that gives you is very different. And it's about your mindset and how you see that unknown energy. And I think that there's an idea around you that you're starting to kind of develop an awareness of that. that you can change your mindset when it comes to that unknown and being comfortable in that space, to whereas before you maybe weren't so comfortable. Your person's energy. Heavy Pisces energy here, because there's this high priestessness that's coming from that wisdom there, and it also being that water sign. And that's about you believing in it. Pisces is I believe, right? It's also a mutable sign. And this is about you stepping into a place to where you're allowing yourself to believe in things of the unknown. It's the 12th house, the house of your subconscious and your spirituality. And that's what's backing this belief, this feeling. Okay. Okay, what about your persons? What are your persons? What is pile one's persons? What is pile one's persons? Feelings, overall energy of pile one in this connection. Pile one's person. Lots of cards, once again. Release, truth, community, and pleasure. Interesting. Interesting. Let's try that again and see if what comes out. Pollen's person. Overall energy for Pollen's person. Sun energy. Purification, renewal, positivity, moving in a way of being successful, wanting success, having this feeling of this renewed space within yourself. This is what your person's kind of energy is when it comes to you in this connection. It's actually a really good energy to be in. It's the most positive card in the deck is the sun, and the sunflower always moves towards the light. And that's what your person's kind of energy is in. And it's interesting on this card because you have the rain that's falling down as well, which is healing. It causes the ability for things to grow. And there's light here. So there's an understanding in this connection of that you are creating this healing energy. This person's feeling this. Sorry, I gotta plug my camera in there, guys. This person is in this energy of where they feel this it's actually it's warm, you know, it's a warm kind of comfort. It's like when you've been through, you know, when you've been through it and you get to the other side and you realize, oh gosh, it's like that song. You realize that the rainbow has been over your head, you know, the whole entire time. And you're just realizing that. You know, the clouds are kind of parting their ways and you feel this fresh new energy. And this is how your person's feeling about you in this connection. So hopefully I don't forget and I can put that title of that song somewhere because I feel like it's relevant here. This is also Leo energy. And so there's an ability to want to create something fresh, wanting to create something new, or experiencing something new creating in this connection itself. This is also very earthy, you know. So you have that fire that's there, that this person's feeling for you in this connection, that drive that they feel, that desire, that passion that they feel towards purifying themselves or starting something new, and how they feel about themselves as well as part of that. But you also have this grounded energy that plays into that. You know, having that earthy kind of energy. So things kind of grounding into a way that maybe they haven't before felt, and that's purifying in itself. I don't know why I keep feeling Capricorn energy, which is I use, and that means to me, it's almost like this person's feeling this feeling and wanting to use this energy of this fire towards creating something new, to ground. I'm going to get one for the connecting energy as well. And these are, I'm also going to use one of these later in the reading to get overall energy of how your energy is shifting, how your person's energy is shifting. But they're called the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. Okay, so connecting overall and overall energy of the connection. Overall. Oh my gosh, there's no way I can say that. There's no way I can say that. Quetzalcoatl, is that how you say that? Quetzalcoatl. And the priestess of time. The time has come. The time to act is now. Number 23. There's a change that's taking place. There goes my voice. There's a change that's taking place. And I think your person's well aware that this energy is here. There's also a healing aspect that's heavy here, guys, that your person feels. This healing that they feel from this purification, from this connection itself. It's very comforting, I feel like, to this person. And it's also at this peak point to where I think you're both realizing that it's this time, the time is here to change something, to create something new. Wanting to put energy into that new creation of this connection and how to change things in this connection. Again, you have that Leo kind of energy for me of creation and what you want to do to move forward in a positive way. I think you're more focused on the wisdom of that you've gained and kind of going to the depths of the feelings and exploring that space of the unknown. Your person's more of an energy of a grounded energy of experiencing this above those emotions and the healing part of that. But they're both healing. Making decisions of how you want to move forward and how you want to commit to this connection or one another is something that's very heavy, that's here. So I'm going to do this in kind of a different way. Now I know how I'm going to do this with tarot. I don't know for some of you if you've seen feathers as a synchronicity or if something's to do with feathers, but they're pointing them out. This is about acting on your heart. This is about acting with your heart. This is an opportunity. And the time is wow. So it's 9:23 right now, and this card is the number 23, and I was talking about it being time for this change to take place. Now I see 555 on the timer, which is the Tower, which is that change, that tower moment, whatever is happening here, and I do feel like it's some sort of decision of direction to take, it's going to cause this tower moment to take place. It's going to cause an abrupt kind of awareness in this connection that there wasn't before, of how to kind of develop and grow and create something here. So I'm going to take a look at how the wisdom person, if this is your energy here for wisdom, let's take a look at that. How's the wisdom person feeling towards this person in this connection? That's the Queen of Cups in reverse. The Four of Wands is here as well. Keeping your emotions to yourself. Waiting for a right opportunity. Could be something that's here. Waiting to reunite. The Four of Wands is the card of a opportunity or event coming together. You may be kind of someone that's keeping your emotions to yourself when it comes to how you're feeling for this person, as far as wanting to, it's like this harmonious feeling of how you feel is something that you're keeping to yourself. You could be waiting, no. The time to act is now, waiting for the right time. What else? How one's feeling? I don't know what to ask. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, feeling a lack or loss. You may be struggling a little bit with not feeling like you have everything that you need. Let's get the rest of the cards out. Why is the wisdom person, how are they feeling towards their person here? Wisdom. The Ten of Wands, that's a burden. Not recognizing, you don't feel like you have the ability to, I feel like, give in the way that you want. The Ten of Pentacles is burdens that's here. And she's looking right at that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is a card of having a lack of being abundant with yourself, you know, as far as your pentacles go. And that being a burden there. What else? This is wisdom. The Messenger of Pentacles. So having this, there's two messages that are coming through with this. One of them is waiting for an opportunity, or wanting a solid new start, or wanting to offer someone something, or wanting to offer someone a start, or wanting to offer a apology. And I feel like if this is wanting to offer someone an apology, it has to do with not recognizing their value, and how that has been something that's kind of weighed heavy on you. But also this could also be directed towards yourself and your own value, and how you feel a lack of being able to offer anything here. And that's something that weighs on you. Tell me more about this. Then the Queen of Cups in reverse. The Three of Wands. Yeah, this is someone that's waiting, didn't I say? Waiting for the opportunity, trying to gain more wisdom. Why is the Four of Wands here? You go from the 3 to the 4, so you're literally sitting here waiting to express an emotion. So why is the Four of Wands here? It's the Devil. It's like the it's funny what I just got from this Devil, which is Capricorn energy, by the way. This could be Hold on just a second. Why is the devil here? I'm getting something else, and I just have to make sure before I say this. Yeah, okay. You have the Three of Cups with the High Priestess. There's a trapped energy there's two messages that are coming through with this. One of them is that there's a trapped energy that this wisdom person feels about holding things within and waiting for the right opportunity for things to kind of transpire. But there's also having to wait for that opportunity is something that you're still trying to gather information of how you kind of want to play this out. There's so much going on here, guys, with your mental space. It's giving me a headache. It's like you have these eyes here, which is the third eye, you know, which is connecting and trying to figure out the best direction forward, which is also this High Priestess energy, which is also wisdom. Here's the High Priestess, like I said, Pisces energy. Plus you have this owl that's that wisdom. This is literally that same kind of card. It's like you're communicating and developing this bond or this connection with this person, which is something else I pulled from here, with this Three of Cups, to gain information, to gain an understanding of how it is that you feel. And it could have something to do with this devil energy about you feeling trapped and needing to find a way out of the toxicity that you feel, the not so good nature of the connection, and trying to kind of get away from that. But the other thing that it's like trying to get away from your fear, basically, you know, that kind of thing. But the other thing that's behind that, and that's what kind of is messing me up, is a plan. So there's a surface plan, and then there's a deeper plan. Does that make sense? And that's why it's so hard for me to read. So the surface plan has an idea with a reunion and an expression of this inner wisdom when it comes to this reunion. Also, this being something that could be secretive because you have the High Priestess here. A secret friendship, a secret get together. You know, the Three of Cups is about coming together in celebration, a secret celebration. That's the toxicity that's here. But this also has to do with you and your expression. Why is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Okay. So we have Judgment in reverse and the King of Swords that's here that tried to come out of the deck, but I'm not going to let it. You have the Two of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse. The inability to be able to make the choices that you want because of the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you can't, it's overwhelming because you can't literally make that decision that you want or the choice that you want because you don't have what it is that you need. This is like wanting to create something with this person but not having the ability because you don't have the, I mean, this could even be financial support here because that's what the Nine of Pentacles is a card of representing financial stability. In reverse, it's a lack of feeling that and that being overwhelming. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Why is the Ten of Wands here? So here comes this defensiveness. Part of this Ten of Wands, which is a burden that you feel, is having to defend yourself, having to defend this connection that you have with this person, having to defend the decisions that you make. And this could be very internal. Like the weight that this puts on you, that you feel, then you have to defend that weight as, is this something that weighs itself out? Is this something that is worth this? You know, this feeling I feel, the toxicity that's here, or the trapped energy, the secretive kind of energy that's here. And it's that Judgment in reverse, you know, that I didn't take with the King of Swords. Trying to fit logic with judgment on yourself. Defending the burden, defending the weight, defending the pressure, defending right from wrong, right? Why is the Messenger of Pentacles here? I don't know where we just went with this reading, but it's a different place from where we were going, wasn't it? So you have the Nine of Wands here in reverse. So that to me is a card, the way I'm seeing it with this Page of Pentacles, is giving up the fight. This is someone that doesn't want to have to feel this Ten of Wands anymore. This is pulling on every single thing that you have in order to make this solid new start for yourself in the way that you want it. Tell me more about that. Nine of Wands in reverse with the Messenger of Pentacles. Oh. It's the Five of Cups, which is sad. It's like, I don't know if this was just not something that you expected, and you don't know that you can fight for this. I think that you're having an internal battle with yourself. That's what I think. And I think that's bringing you some sadness. Tell me more about the Five of Cups. Unless this is your person's energy, right? Justice in reverse, that's it. Also, it brings me back to here with you feeling this. If this is an apology, it's like letting your guard down and expressing your emotion in a way of being this is about disappointments on yourself, disappointments in the way that they have transpired, the way that your actions have kind of made things kind of transpire. This is really strange because it's like you want to fight for this, but it's like you don't know how to fight for this. And you don't feel like the scales are balanced here, because I don't feel like that you think that you can give to the situation in the way that you want. And that brings you kind of this sad energy of regret. And I mean, the Five of Cups is about feeling that loss. You don't want to lose this, but you also don't know how to balance the scales either. Just a place of sorrow, which is kind of, look at that, the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. Yep, there's that Judgment in reverse again. I think that you're worried about how things are going to end. It's what I said up here with this wisdom. It's about you feeling that borderline energy of the unknown and how that unknown energy feels. The light and the dark of the unknown. What that feels like on you. What the weight of that feels like on you. Completely two different worlds. And this is what you're feeling in this connection is two different worlds. I mean, look at what she's holding here. She has the baby that's over here, which is that new beginning. A childlike energy, the sun kind of energy. But on this side, you have all those wands that she's holding, which is the struggle, which is down here with this 9 of Wands. And you're trying to balance those out here, but you're struggling with being able to balance those two things. It's almost like, is this something that is worth it? And it's also something that you don't want to release. And not being able to find that balance is what's bringing the sadness in. To clarify this justice in reverse. Lots of jumpy cards here, guys. You have the 2 of Wands here in reverse. This is a lack of being able to plan for a future. This is a lack of being able to see what the future has, or a fear of the future even. And see, this is what I'm talking about. You have two different sides to this. And you're focused on the sad energy right now of loss. But I think you're focused on it in a way of losing this connection and it being something that you may regret later. And you have the moon as your overall energy here with the 9 of Swords in reverse. There's some anxieties that are taking place here. King of Pentacles in reverse with the 10 of Pentacles. No. Queen of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles. This is a hard energy to feel. Because it's like you, in a way, you're coming out of feeling like there's a way to the end of this. It's kind of like what I felt here. You can see the bottom. But you're very skeptical about moving forward and what that's going to look like. It's like meeting someone, like I said, that has everything that is that you need or want, but then questioning your belief on that. There's no way, right? There's no way this person literally, like, there's got to be something here, you know, like that moon sits in the tower looking for illusions. And it's like a part of you is kind of doing that with this person, but it's also doing it in a way of you trying to figure out how this morally fits. Does that make sense? So curious what you would say to this person if you could say anything. Now, I'm saying you because I referred to that as you, but this is just whoever's energy this I'm reading right here with wisdom. You are your person. What is wisdom person? What would they say if they could say anything about this connection? Healing. Self-care. I left you before you could leave me. Yes, it's too late. I do feel like that you feel already attached to this person. That's one of the things with yes, it's too late. I think that you feel like you could have left this person in the past before they walked away from you. Or maybe you left them because you felt like you were getting attached, and now you have, and now you're like, well, now it's too late. And this self-care is something I think you are trying to focus on, because I think you are worried about jumping into this. As far as this is, I think you're overthinking it. That's all. And what happens is it puts you in that moon energy, puts you in a state of the moon, because you're overthinking it in a way, you know? And knowing that about yourself, I think, is important, because I think that you realize that and then you try to refocus your energy. But that's a struggle. That's why that 9 and that 10 of Wands is here. I love you unconditionally. You're so easy to see through. I want you back, and you inspire me. This person may be not kind of giving to you in the same way that they were giving to you in the past. That might be something that's here. Trust is here, and this is important because this is, and I have trouble with intimacy is also here. This is important because this is what I'm feeling overall for you, or if this is you. I think that you're trying to trust the situation, but you have trouble with trusting regardless, so you're having a struggle even trusting this situation, even though I do feel like you do trust this person. And I don't know necessarily that that was something that was always there. I do feel like you feel like this person's easy for you to be able to read with that High Priestess, and I can see straight through you. And that, I think, has helped you to be able to trust this person in a way. So let's see what the other person feels, and then we'll get some advice. Okay, so what about the purification person? I can already tell you this person's kind of experiencing things with a lack of full acknowledgement, but still wanting to kind of let their guard down. Tell me more. How does this purification person feel about wisdom? How is this justice? So they have balanced their understanding of things out. Let's see what that is. They feel justice, you know. You have the 5 of Swords in reverse. So this is making amends. They have come out of this conflict. Whatever that was, they are in this purification. They've discovered, wow, you have the 5 of Wands in reverse and the Death. They're having this, definitely having this kind of rebirth experience with purification and death here. These 2 cards, though, definitely coming out of this conflict that you feel. Here's 5 here again. Here's 5, 5, and 5, by the way. But coming out of this conflict that you feel, or that they have felt in the past within themselves, within this connection, the differences that they see here. There's been some kind of understanding, some kind of balancing out of their heart. And you have another feather that's here on the scale, balancing out of their heart in this new beginning, and how they're seeing things. And this Death here, you know, is representing that transformation as well. There's a lot of change that's taking place here in this person and how they're feeling about you in this connection, and it's balanced. It's a way of them balancing themselves. They have the 9 of Pentacles here upright and the 8 of Cups in reverse. This is someone that's this person is recognizing the value that they bring, and it's been through this connection is how they've recognized this, the value that they bring, the value that they have within themselves. And they feel abundant in this connection. They feel healed in this connection. Whatever's transpired between the 2 of you, you have purification and the 8 of Cups in reverse with the 9 of Pentacles as the clarifier. So it's this person with all these in reverse and this death and justice. I mean, they have justified this connection in a way to be able to experience the abundance that's here and heal. This is, to me, kind of a repeat message. Okay, let's see what this Death here. They keep giving me so many cards. The Ace of Swords, I've already saw that once. And the 3 Pentacles, The Seven of Swords is in reverse here as well. This is someone that, guys, this rebirth that they're having here is this new idea that they have, this new epiphany, this new, even communication that's here. And it has to do with commitment or working with you on something. Working with this connection, wanting to create something together that's here. And the Seven of Swords in reverse is coming clean about who they are, what they want, and how they want to move forward. I think this person has an idea of, that's why they feel this balance that they feel. They know how they want to invest. They know how they want to work with you on this connection. And there's part of that is they don't want there to be any kind of deceptiveness here. They're not deceiving themselves into how they feel about moving forward here in this connection. They're honest with how they feel. They're honest with, oh, I said the Ace, and that's not the Ace. That is actually the Knight of Swords. Oh, wow. Okay, that makes a big difference. Not only do they have this idea, this is something that they're wanting to communicate here with you, of how they want to commit, or that they're committed to you in some kind of way. And they don't want to be deceptive or deceive you in any kind of way of thinking that they're not. This person's someone that wants to commit, okay? They want to have something, create something new, and close out what was. They're focused on the abundance of this connection and leaving everything else kind of in the past. They know that they've learned things from that, and this is something different from what they've changed the way that they've wanted things in the past with you. This is like a huge new awakening for this person and what they want from you in this connection. Tell me about the Five of Wands in reverse. So many cards. I'm not even going to look at, wow, crap. Is that the Tower? It is. Okay, so you have two tens here in reverse, which is the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups. The Tower and the Five of Pentacles. This person, it's almost like they could have lost you at some point. Or they could be thinking about that, and they could have a new idea of becoming more aware that has changed. So if you've reconnected with this person and they have almost lost you at some point, it's made them look at the future of this connection in a different kind of way. And they're not looking at it as in long-term kind of thing. They're just looking at it as in feeling this experience in this moment. This is what's changed. This is how they balance things out. Why is the Five of Wands here in reverse? Look, it came out again. The Five of Pentacles. This person has definitely felt left out in the cold in the past, and that's something that they've changed. There was differences that were there about that energy, about feeling left out in the cold. They don't feel the same way about that as they used to. That's something that that's gotten better. Also, the differences between the two of you could be a factor here as well. That's something that they've made amends with. Why is the Five of Swords here in reverse? The High Priestess no way. The High Priestess in reverse with the Three of Cups in reverse. So you have these upright in the same exact position. That's just creepy. That's just wild, isn't it? And they have the Five of Swords in reverse, and that's the clarifier there. So all that coming out into the open how they feel, and or how you feel, or how this connection is, not wanting to have any secrets here. And having that Three of Cups there is someone that you don't want to, they don't want to, this person definitely doesn't want to share you with anybody, because that keeps trying to come out. But they don't want to hide anything from you. There's definitely some heavy influences of that's here. They don't want to share you. They don't want to hide anything from you. They don't want to hide how they feel from you, what they're thinking about things. And whatever's transpired in the past with you and this person has already kind of, in their eyes, played out, and they've made amends with that. Whatever that was, especially if there was some sort of disconnect that was here. Why is Justice here? So you have the Seven of Wands in reverse. It's so funny to me how you have similar cards, but all theirs are opposite of what yours was. All of them. None of them came out in the same way. So you're both looking at this connection in very, very different ways. So the cards that they had, now you have the Eight of Pentacles here in reverse. You had yours in the other direction. The Lovers, the Three of Swords. This is a painful love. That's what this is. This is how this person's overall energy is. This is a painful love. Why is this love painful? Because there's an inability to ground things here with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and an inability to grow things here with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. That's why it's a painful love. And then you have, also, you had Justice, Seven of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the High Priestess, the same two cards. Theirs are all opposites from what yours were. You can't find the justice in this connection, or you can't find the balance that's here that's needed. This person's found that, and they've done that in a way of letting their guard down, letting their defenses down, not feeling the need to have to defend this connection within themselves. They have justified that here. They want to be honest and open and connect and be, they want to be with you. They don't want to share you. They've made amends with things of the past and how things have kind of transpired with things that they maybe didn't know in the past that have come to the surface. They feel renewed. They don't feel left out in the cold as much anymore. They have been able to understand the differences of the dynamic of this connection between the two of you and kind of allow themselves to fit that story or that narrative where it's comfortable. And there is a rebirth that they feel like is taking place here, a renewal that is where the two of you are more working with one another, having some kind of honest commitment towards one another and not being deceptive towards one another. This is what this person wants in this renewal here. And feeling abundant and wanting to leave things in the past. Almost kind of setting their pride at the door, you know, and saying, I want to open myself up to something like this, even though I know that this is going to be painful with the Three of Swords and the Lovers. Feeling like there could be a lost opportunity is something else they hear that this person feels is painful. What would this person say to pile one? What would purification say to wisdom if they could say anything? What would purification say to wisdom if they could say anything? Can't stop thinking about you. You broke my heart. So that's right on top of that Five of Swords. So there could have been a past here with this person where they feel like you hurt them in some kind of way, and this could also be your energy, so keep that in mind. These roles could be switched. Patience is here. Patience is here because this person has put their mindset into a place to where they know that everything will unfold in divine timing. They're giving this into kind of faith and how everything works out is the way that it's meant to work out. Sometimes I hear your voice. This person feels very connected to you. I never want to feel that way again. This person may have went through an experience to where they felt not seeing their own value or not seeing what they could offer was something that they've overcome, and now they don't want to have to feel that kind of way again, you know, go back to that feeling again. I regret lying to you. So there's something here that this person could have held back, not necessarily lied, but they could have felt like they didn't. Maybe they went on the defense about something and they weren't being honest with themselves in a way. That's interesting. And I don't know what you want. I think this person wishes that there could be more of an ability to be able to be completely honest. And I think that they don't feel that fully with you. They do feel, I think that you, obviously you hold back because you have the High Priestess with the Three of Cups upright on your side. So, you know, they can sense that you are holding back from them. You're so easy to see through. Didn't you get that card too? I can't remember. I wish you would come back. So if you're separated from this person at all, or if you have been, with sometimes I hear your voice, I don't think your energy ever left this person. You know, I wonder how you feel. Yeah. That's what I said earlier. This person wishes that you would, I mean, we saw on the other person's side there. Somebody's holding back their emotions. I'm grateful for this spiritual lesson, and I lost myself for a little while. Yeah. That's what this whole thing is about. This person is experiencing where this connection is, what's possible in this connection, and finding peace with that. That's what they're doing. They've learned this huge lesson about it through this connection. And they could have, you know, they're getting back to themselves. Okay, let's see on this energy here, moving forward, what can you expect? Future energy, moving forward, what can you expect? Let me do that again, I kind of messed up. Future energy, what can you expect? Transformation, so things are transpiring, things are changing. We saw that all over, all those fives and everything in the beginning. What can you expect? What can you... I have isolation in reverse, and I'm gonna keep it there because I feel like if you've been away from this person, that's what's changing. There's going to be a time of coming back together, of reconnect. Okay, yeah, look at this. Okay, now the cards are getting out of control again. Look at this. Reconnect. Reconciliation and make an effort. So if you've been in isolation, like I said, or this is about you and this person coming back together, reconciling with one another. That's what the transformation that's taking place. Now, when we look into future energies, that's always a possibility that these energies can change at some point. You also have family here at the bottom of the deck, and missing you with wisdom again, and challenges is money. Again, I'm getting this feeling of there being some sort of challenge when it comes to finances, or they could be kind of hindering this connection in some kind of way. Using wisdom of what you've experienced so far up until this point, you have wisdom here twice, and missing this person, and what you feel like with this person, and that's with that attachment that's there as well. But this is the Ten of Cups. This is about conflict being resolved and allowing that fulfillment to take over is something that's here. Okay, so let's get a postcard from Spirit. We'll get some initials and key cards to close. It's a super long one. Pile 1 lately has been really long in my readings. Okay. two cards wanted to come out. One almost fell on the floor. No shocker there, because these cards have been really jumpy. Really jumpy. So we have Be Fearless. So obviously if two came out, I feel like one's for you, one's for your person. Dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself in the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they're like blueprints for co-creation. So tell one that you know to be true about you. A story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowering story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience the world according to the story that you tell about it, so make sure that your stories you're proud of. Genuine loving fan club. That wouldn't come out. Good grief. So yeah, be very careful about the story that you're creating in your head, especially if you're in that moon energy. Try to get out of that, you know. If you're in that place to where you're creating not such a great story of this, then you're never going to truly find that balance it is that you're looking for. Celebrate life. Dear you, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings. For today, it's time. There's so much to do with right now being the right time. You had this card, if you remember, the time has come, the time to act is now. So, wow. And it literally says, well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realizing that no matter what, we will not let you fall down, get lost, hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if, sorry, my kids in the background made me sidetracked. Even if it may feel like you are free falling, we're here for you. You can stop freaking out about getting hurt. Wow, guys, this is for this person here. And relax into this transition to something new. Maybe you as well, though. All the elements are in place and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself that's the point. We love your courage. Embrace it. Wow. Yeah, this is what the energy, though, that I was already feeling from this person over here about embracing taking a risk, you know, and wanting to make an effort and wanting to have this experience. Because even if it's something that's not long-term, it's still an experience that they feel as if is worth it. That's how come they're in justice. That's how come they found that balance within. They've justified that. Up until now, look at that, create. Communication is coming. Stop complaining. And connection. Yeah. I mean, there's so significance here of enjoying this connection while you have this connection. Enjoying this connection, you know, in the way that it's being created right now. And I feel like communication about that might be something that's coming up. Stop complaining about this connection not playing out exactly the way that you need it to, or exactly like you wanted, or what you've wanted to manifest. There's things that are kind of getting in the way of that. Whatever that is, they're asking you to stop it. Stop it. We have FEBX. And we have G. O, D, J, T. We have the number 3 and the number 8. We'll get to that in a second. We have C, A, Q, F, Q, R, Y, and E. I don't see like a whole lot that you can spell here. I have bag. It's not very much, but there it is. Nothing. Nothing is coming to me. If we had a U, we could spell some stuff like courage, count. No, we don't have an N, but those are things that are coming to my mind here. Tear. Okay, guys. I'm trying not to sit on this for too terribly long. So together you have 11 here with 38. 38 may be significant as well, but and it's 10-11 right now, guys. I can't make this up. Look, 10-11. And also 111 is actually listen to your gut, listen to your heart, and that you're on the right path. Number 11 is that mastery number of being on the right path for yourself. And 8 is the number of taking action and moving forward. And it's talking about taking time. You know, this is the time. Time is right. Take that risk. You have the number 3, which is about growth, wanting to create something. And you have create here. I mean, these are repetitive messages they keep kind of going back to again and again. You have jet here. So you could have, you know, this could have to do with travel. I don't know why I keep getting drawn back to this. Being more flexible so that you can discover new ideas or wisdom about things is something that's here, instead of just reanalyzing things within. But having a new experience could be something that could help you to find that wisdom that you're looking for. I don't know what that means for everybody, but it's something that's coming out. Okay, guys, I guess I'm gonna leave you here. Hold this up so y'all can see these. These might have more meaning to y'all. Okay. So I'm gonna leave you here. So I hope you enjoyed this long reading. I just saw 111 on the timer again. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna leave you here. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for all your love, all your support, all your kindness. I have to say one more thing with 1111 there. So the first house is self, the 11th house is social, and I feel like this is about you kind of being yourself in a social setting, or you being yourself outside of yourself, and maybe there's judgment that lays on that. Could be something that's here, okay? So now I'm gonna leave you here. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it resonates. Hope it makes sense. Thanks for being here. We have Bear that's in there, B-A-R-E. So bearing yourself, vulnerability, you know. And thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Oh, I just saw 11:11 on the timer. Okay, now bye. Hey, pile 2. So if you chose this is the Tarot Grand Luxe. This will be your reading. So we're gonna put the tarot to the side. We're gonna start with Oracle cards. Like I said in the intro here, we're gonna use the Sacred Destiny Oracles. So now I know how this is gonna kind of play out because I've done one pile. Yours may look a little different, but so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use these to get an overall energy for you first, and then your person. Roles could be switched. And then we're gonna take a look at both energies as far as tarot goes. We'll also get a connecting energy as well. Okay, so this is kind of like a you and them. In a way, a little different. Okay, so pile 2. two? Pile two, Spirit. I want to know about pile two. How are they feeling towards their person here in this connection for pile two? Overall energy here. I already saw this once. Sorry guys, my little one came in. So I already saw this card once, freedom. Let's go ahead and get your person's overall energy. Pile two's person's overall energy. Nope, okay. Well, we'll take the top one then. Stillness. Interesting that you both have birds here. Birds are messengers of spirit. Stillness. Interesting. Your person may be feeling a little bit left out or left out in the cold in some kind of way. I don't know why I'm feeling like your person feels like there's a sense of wanting to maintain some sort of freedom from you that they feel, and that's making them feel a little bit cautious, I want to say. This is someone over here that feels very alone. So they could just be distant from you. But you're in this freedom energy. So you're in a place to where flying solo is something that I just heard in my head. So maybe there's just distance here, but maybe there's an inability to be able to commit as well. You wanting to have your freedom or have your space in a connection is something that's here. But this could also just be you having the ability to break yourself free from everything else that you've been kind of experiencing up until this point. I feel like you're in a way coming towards this person. I'm really anxious to go ahead and get tarot, to be honest with you. There's something here that has recently happened, I feel like, between the two of you. For you, for some reason on this, I'm getting Judgment and the Ten of Wands in reverse. So, like, it's like you're facing the reality of what it is that you want and being honest with yourself about that. And it's recreating this renewal within you where you feel free and being able to break yourself free from some burdens that you have been feeling in the past. I feel like you've just really kind of broken through some sort of darkness. And I think it has to do with this person. And I think this person, for some of you, this person may be someone that's kind of moving forward. Moving towards, this could be someone that's even moving towards someone else that they're connecting with on a heart level. It's like you're leaving something behind. But for others of you, I'm also getting that I don't know why I want to say this, but I feel like I'm catching y'all in the middle of you making a choice. And I don't know if there's been some kind of underlying conflict when it comes to commitment or how to commit or how to come together in some sort of way. A need for freedom in that, and someone that's over here kind of sitting and waiting for things to transpire and feeling kind of distant or in the cold or alone in some kind of way. And you kind of wanting to be able to have freedom with this person and connecting, reuniting and connecting and feeling like you're in the right place is something that's here for you. There's also a sense of a foundation that you want to build. And I think for some of you, I'm tapping into another third party kind of energy that's on your side, that's a heavier influence for you. I don't know who that is. There's something there that is created a burden or was a darker kind of space around someone else that you've kind of freed yourself from in some kind of way. As far as your person here, I'm still looking at your card. This is like a sparrow, right? Y'all know that song, Two Sparrows in a Hurricane? It's come across in my readings before. Trying to make their way. I think that you have a lot of dreams that you have about what could happen with this person. Or it's just for yourself. Possibilities. And they're fresh. There's a freshness that's here. But you also feel this energy of feeling like this is you and this person and this connection or something that you're working towards one another slowly, and you're starting to develop a new sense of calmness here. That being said, your person's in a lot different kind of energy. Theirs is a little bit more focused on the darkness that's here, of feeling distance and feeling kind of lost in how things maybe kind of are going to move forward from here. But also, they are also in a place of peace. It's like they're okay with being this demi-swan, because I feel like they have a sense of hope that there's some sort of journey that's developing out of this connection. Let's get a connecting energy here. They do feel distant from you. They feel, I don't know if this makes sense to somebody, but it's like they're in a place where they are where they have to be, if that makes sense. So they may have a sense of responsibilities, or a sense of duty, or a sense of also higher understanding of they are where they're meant to be at this time is here. So tell me, connecting energies, what's the energy overall? Shifting the energy overall. Oh, two. Okay, yes, I'm gonna take it. Tried so hard to come out there, didn't it? The mermaid and the turtle. It's funny because you have the swan that's swimming here. An elder will teach you, number 25. Well, that's interesting. An elder will teach you. You have the turtle coming out of its shell. What I'm gathering from this is past experiences. It's like when you first meet someone and you're getting to know this person and you're starting to connect in a way to where you're seeing each other's pain of what you've experienced in your life and how that's changed you or developed into how you are and why you react and all this stuff. And it's like you're learning about this other person in that kind of way. And there could have been some past conflict that arose because the two of you may have seen things very differently of what it is that you want. There could be some jealousy that kind of goes into this in some kind of way. This is the number 25. So you have this reflection that's taking place. You also have this awareness that things may be kind of changing. I think one of you is wanting to move a little faster than the other. That could have been a conflict that took place. Even if you didn't recognize it in the moment, you could have realized it later, that was what was going on. That was what was causing the conflict. Also, vulnerability, coming out of your shell, from being hurt in the past is something that is that's here. Both of these people, mermaid and the turtle, well, they're both water energy, so it could be that you're a water sign, or you have heavy water in your chart somewhere of how you love. So it could be in whatever your Venus is. I don't know why I'm getting that, but for some reason that's the way that it is. Relationships, you know? It's like this is kind of like a feeling of the two of you working together to come together and understand each other, and how that's very slow, but you're trying to work yourself through those emotions that you feel and understanding what your needs are, what your wants are, and how to collide those with each other to develop something that's stronger. And it brings me back to this idea that you may have different ideas about how to move forward here. For those of you that aren't connected here with this person at all, then there's this place in between where there's this reflection and understanding that's taking place between the two of you and how things transpired up until this point in this connection, or you're like revisiting some things. And this could have to do, and I see 1111 here, this could have to do with the idea behind things kind of being in a place of introspection, because we're here at the new year or at the end of the year, what you kind of really want for yourself moving forward, you know, like this new beginning kind of energy. There's fight here. You know, the turtle, when it comes out of the shell, has to fight for its life right off the get-go, you know, right off the bat. It's put right out there, and newborn baby just fighting for itself, for survival to make it to the ocean. And the mermaid lives there. So one of you could be more your energy, could be a person of where it takes you a fight to be able to be vulnerable in a connection, and it could have to do with past pain. That's why you have this protective shell. And that could have been off-putting to this other person, and it could have made them feel like you weren't necessarily as interested. Whereas this other person lives in those emotions, feels those emotions, wants to feel those emotions, and is more of wanting to be playful kind of energy that's there, wanting to connect in that kind of way. And they had to it took them some time to understand that you were in this protective state and why. But there is still this distance that's here. But if you're disconnected from this person, this is just an understanding that they're coming into. I hope that made sense to you guys, because there's two different scenarios that I was seeing. Yeah, 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. It's almost like the 7 of Cups in reverse. It's almost like you made the wrong choice in the past, or you're afraid that you made the wrong choice in the past. You may have come from a broken home, or have had a broken home, or have felt devastated in situations that you thought were your wish come true kind of thing, with the 10 of Cups in reverse. And you not wanting to make the wrong choice, or you making wrong choices in the past. Just overwhelming to you to feel a way that you didn't maybe feel like you could feel again, is something else that's here, but starting to develop that slowly, where this person kind of took that as you not wanting them as so much, you know? And I think the understanding of that's coming into play here. Okay, so let's take a look at the freedom person here. If this is your energy, let's take a look at freedom. How does freedom feeling towards stillness? The Ace of Wands in reverse, so not wanting to lose that opportunity, coming in very quick, you know, Hermit energy. Having this new awareness of what you're wanting here moving forward, but thinking about that. Let's keep going. You're still thinking, you know, thinking. You know, you have the Ace of Swords here. So there's some kind of new idea that you've gained about, I think this is the push that's pushing you towards this person. I think that you feel like you've been in hermit mode or isolation, but you also don't want to lose this opportunity at hand. And you want to start something new when it comes to communication and honesty. Looky there. And you have the Sun in reverse with the Lovers. And you have 2 birds here, guys. How convenient, you know? That's awesome. And they're black and white, like that duality of things. The Sun in reverse is feeling that loss. This is what you're kind of realizing here, is that I don't want to lose this opportunity. That's something that's really heavy here. Feeling like in the past, maybe in this connection, you just felt lost. You didn't have the drive because of the pain that you experienced. And having this new understanding about that is clear. And this is what you want, I think, to kind of communicate to this person, is that you see this person as being someone that you can connect with on a deep level. You see like you and this person share the same feelings for one another. And you've had these unsuccessful kind of relationships or difficulties in the past with others when it comes to this feeling that you feel, and you kind of just not wanting to kind of have another unsuccessful experience. And that's been what's holding you back. I think that you're wanting to communicate something to this person in this way. Kind of explaining why you may be in such a slow moving energy towards them, and that it has really nothing to do with them. Why is the Ace of Wands in reverse? The World in reverse. You don't want things to end here. You definitely do not want to lose what you have had with this person. But your past experiences, I just feel like have left you in a place to where you just don't feel as like yourself in a relationship like you did before. It's took away some of your oomph when it comes to your attraction in love and wanting to express yourself in that way. It's past experiences have kind of took that away from you. So you're more guarded, you're more protective of yourself. And this is, you want this person to understand this. And I think the main reason is because you don't want to lose them. And I think that you don't want to lose the opportunity with them, and because you see them in a way of connecting on such a deep level with them and being what you want or what you probably need, the way you see it, the Hermit. So you have the Three of Pentacles here in reverse. So yeah, this is you sitting and thinking about commitment. And it's funny and it's interesting as well. He's kind of looking down here, but he's also looking back in a way with the Hermit. And so it's like your Virgo energy there. It's like you are kind of looking back at past commitments and maybe they didn't play out. And also looking at yourself in a way, maybe you haven't been really working for this connection in the best way. Reflecting on that. Maybe you haven't committed, haven't put your part in on this connection the way that you probably should have. And it's reflected in a way where this person's, you think that this person feels like you don't care about them as much, or you don't see their value as much in some way. And like I said, it has nothing to do with this person, and this is all like an epiphany, I feel like, that you've kind of had, that you need to explain. So why is the Ace of Swords here? Well, that came right out. Look, you have the King of Cups. Scorpio energy. This is you feeling this need to clarify how you feel. The King of Cups is someone that is very balanced in their emotions, trying to keep their emotions retained. They only offer that cup when they feel good and ready. It's a very mature kind of love, of knowing that when I have this acknowledgement of how I feel, then I will be able to communicate this. and you want to communicate your feelings and how you have just been trying to balance those feelings and be honest with your feelings here towards this person. Why is the Sun in reverse? Okay, well, 2 cards want to come out. I'm going to take them. You have the 6 of Wands, which is wanting to be successful, having recognition, bringing things out into the open, and the Magician in reverse. So this is you saying, I recognize that in my past relationships, I've had to heal past those because nothing ever turned out in the way that I anticipated for it to turn out. Maybe you felt manipulated in past relationships. Maybe you felt like past relationships ended up not having everything that you needed. Or this is also representing how you want to, really want for things to be successful, but you're recognizing in yourself that you may have an inability to be able to be that person. And you also don't want to bring any pain towards this person either. So you're just kind of cautious about that. It's been hard for you to realize this, all these things about yourself and how to communicate them. And it's been hard for you to be able to understand how to put this into a way where it's clear. It's because you didn't see it before. You're just only seeing it now. And I keep seeing the number 21. So that is actually the World in tarot, which is here. And this is like you completing a cycle with this person. And after a completion, it has to start a new cycle. You know, this is something closing out. This is lessons that you've kind of learned. And I think it has to do with communication when it comes to your feelings. Why is the Lovers here? Oh. The 4 of Cups in reverse. This is about when you've sat, this is awareness that you have. Choosing this person or choosing happiness, wanting to choose happiness, and realizing that it's been in front of you this whole time. You've just been focused on past things. Like not putting your 100% into this connection and how it's made this person feel. Look at that. The Star in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse and the Tower. Yeah. You have just kind of awoken up to the fact that this has not been equal. And it's been on your part. And you haven't realized that before. And this is something that you want to change. You want to tell this person, I'm sorry that I haven't given you an impression that there is going to be some sort of acknowledgement of your value to me, the ability to have some sort of future goal here to get together, representing what this connection means to me, and wanting to kind of express that and wanting to have this person understand that. I have trouble with intimacy. Okay. I'm not available. I trusted you. See, this is about past. You have a hard time trusting because of your past. And this is part of what you want to explain. I love you unconditionally. I'm different now. This has to do with that seeing things in such a positive way. You know, jump into feet first and seeing something in a way of just going for it and feeling that drive. This, like I said, whatever happened to you in your past has been kind of depleted you from being able to have that experience the same. I know I messed everything up, and this is you having this acknowledgement of that, how you've reacted in that way because of your past here. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. This has to do with this ability to come together in some kind of way and how you can come together. You came closer than anyone. There's someone that's in your past that you feel like maybe you really trusted, that came closer than anybody to you, and turns out you couldn't trust that person, or it didn't work out. There was a lack of commitment in that, and that's part of why you're in this place that you are in now when it comes to love. Whoa. This one just landed in my arm. I can't get enough of you. And that's right on top of that King of Cups. So, you know, you recognize how you feel. And the love that you feel is here. There it is again. I have trouble with intimacy. Yeah, see, I'm different now. I have trouble with intimacy. And I don't think this is something that you felt before. But now you do. Because of the pain that you went through. And the barriers that you put up. What else would you say to this person? It's like someone saying, I used to be so expressive whenever I felt for somebody, but now it's just different. It's different. And it's more mature though. You know, it's not in such a youthful kind of way. It's more of a thinking about love in more of a realistic way and a logical way, and what is obtainable, or you know what I mean? I don't know how else to explain that. I've been struggling, yeah. You experiencing this reality, and look at that, trust again at the bottom of the deck. This came out in pile 2. I mean pile 1. You're pile 2. The ability of recognizing that you have been kind of struggling with knowing that you're part of what's not been aligned in this connection and holding back. Just now realizing that is something that's here. And struggling how to express it. Okay, so I'm gonna clear this up, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the stillness person, if this is your person or you, and see how they're currently feeling. Because they're in a I feel like they're in a five of Pentacles kind of place so far. Of, you know, that loneliness or missing you or distance that's there. So let's see. Okay, so how's stillness feeling towards freedom? Pile 2, how's stillness feeling towards freedom? Pile 2. How's stillness feeling towards freedom? Okay. How's stillness feeling towards freedom here? For pile 2, how's stillness feeling towards freedom? Oh. 7 of Swords. So this has put this person into a place of, this is where that jealousy thing came out earlier. I have to plug my camera in, guys. This is putting this, this is putting this person into a place to where they're really kind of analyzing or thinking about this overly so, about the way that you're kind of putting them kind of out in the cold in that kind of sense, you know, and when they're overthinking, they're starting to look at this in a deceptive way. Is this person being deceptive towards me? And this could come from their own experiences in their past. And that could become where this jealousy kind of part is coming from. Is what is this person doing? Is this when they're distant from me? Is something else going on, you know? So that energy that you've been putting out has been making this person kind of get into that loop of anxiety about the connection. Yeah, and Judgment's here. It's also caused this person to realize how they feel for you, and being kind of more awoken to that. All these cards are coming out funny. You have the Fool here. So this person in turn is being very kind of, it's weird, but they're being kind of strategic about how they take any kind of risk here with you. They want to make sure that there's honesty and openness. There could be a renewal that's taking place here. No. So we have the King of Cups. Came out upright. Nope, not a Cups. Just kidding. Not a Cups. this is about that taking a risk and wanting to move towards you in a romantic way. What else for stillness? What are they feeling towards freedom? Oh, look at that. This is someone that wants to give to you equally, wants to have fairness here. So this is the Five of Pentacles. This is what I was talking about. This is this energy. This person wants to have this romantic feeling towards you. They want to connect to you on a romantic level. They want to have this experience. They want to take this risk regardless of the deceptiveness or that kind of energy that's kind of there that they feel. It could be just jealousy, but still wanting to take, they see you as a risk. This person does. This person sees you as a risk when it comes to romance. Because there is a sense that this person feels like you're hiding something from them. But I think it's coming from this person's insecurities in their own past. But it also is a reflection of the way that you're kind of, we already talked about, of what you're kind of putting up, the energy you're putting off, because you're having a hard time expressing and opening up. And when someone pulls back from you or seems a little bit isolated from you or is isolating themselves in some kind of way, it can be very deceptive looking. And then this person's calling for honesty and still wanting to kind of move towards you, but feeling kind of left out in the cold when it comes to that. Yeah, I mean, this is it. This person wants to connect with you. Why is, well, okay. Now there's the King of Cups and the Page of Swords. They want you to connect. They want you to communicate your emotions here. They want also to communicate the way they feel as well. I feel like a conversation's coming. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Okay, well, we'll take the Hangman in reverse because it's what came out. This person's having a hard time seeing things in a different perspective. You have the Devil here with the Five of Swords in reverse. So there has been some sort of underlying conflict here, but this could just be how this person's seeing this connection. There is a awareness here of this jealousy that's here that we talked about. So I don't know if you've recently had some kind of argument about some kind of deception that took place, but this person's kind of getting to a place, we saw that trust there on your side, where they can trust you again. They can come back into this place of trust again. You have this Hanged Man here, which is either you're getting off of that with this here. So if there's been conflict about jealousy, making amends there and not wanting to repeat that same pattern, but still being cautious is something that your person is feeling. For others of you, this is about them making amends with their own toxicities that they could bring to connections. And they're having a hard time with them, with fighting against this deception that they feel from you. Trying to overcome that devil, you know, wanting to overcome that devil. Why is Judgment here? They don't want their mind to go there. And there's a Page of Cups. Yeah. So they also, this is kind of awesome, but there's an idea that this person also wants to reconnect with you and offer some sort of explanation of being honest and true to what they feel. And this person is wanting this playful energy with you. It's almost like they can smell it in you, you know, but they just can't quite grasp it. And it has to do with you still healing from other things. Why is the Fool here? It's like this person just wants you to be yourself around them because they feel like that person would be awesome. You know what I mean? But they know that you struggle with that. And birds are very significant here. So I don't know if you've seen a lot of birds or if there's something about birds, but birds are all over this reading. You have two more here. with the Page of Swords in reverse, okay? This person doesn't want to have this connection have a beginning to where there's not pure, honest communication that takes place. And they know that maybe that's been something that has started, and now that's like they don't want it to be like that. They want you to be open and honest with them about the risks that are involved, and it's about going into this together, you know? That's what this person's wanting. And maybe they weren't honest about, maybe they kind of felt like you were being sneaky, and they were kind of sneaking into that, looking into that, and that's where the conflict happened, like the distrust that's there. This is someone that wants to change that now. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Oh my gosh, these cards are flying all over the place. So, this is the Nine of Wands in reverse. This is someone, guys, that doesn't want to have to fight for romance. This is someone that is wanting everything to come naturally in this connection. And this may be someone that has just have had a lot of connections, or have fought for a lot of connections in the past, are wanting to connect with someone. And this is someone that has tried to take a risk with you, tried to connect with you deeper, and it just has never happened in the best way. It won't come together in the way that they want. And you are still held back from them. And they're very worried about this, I feel like, when it comes to themselves and how you see them, what you want from them. This is someone that I feel like is completely overwhelmed and has been fighting for something for a while. And almost ready to kind of give up this fight, you know, of this romance. This is hard on them. It's like they're telling themselves, well, you take a risk. You took a risk. You took a risk here towards romance, and it didn't play out in the way that you wanted it to. This is someone that I feel like is kind of giving up in a way. They're still in it, but they're still wanting, you know, all this and moving towards you and all that, or wanting to. But they feel there's this energy of feeling of giving up on something. Like, I'm going to take this risk, and if it doesn't play out, it doesn't play out. But I'll gain an understanding of what it is that this connection is, or what it means, or what they want. And if it doesn't happen and I get left out in the cold, then they're willing to kind of do that. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Ugh. The Four of Wands. This is feeling left out when it comes to harmony, you know, things coming together. This is also a foundation. You have the Seven of Cups there, and now you have the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Four of Cups. This person feels they still have their eye on you. And look, normally it's not like that, the Four of Cups. Normally, you know, he would be looking at the Three Cups here and not looking at that cup. But he's looking at it here because this person has their eye on you still. They just feel rejected in some kind of way. And so they're not expressing this fully to you. That how they feel kind of rejected, or they feel like they're not getting this emotional fulfillment from you that you're able to give, that you can give. You're not choosing, you're choosing not to give it. Yeah. There's a lack of peace when it comes to that. And the stillness is this. It's like them saying, I fought for this. I fought for this romance. I fought for this connection. I did what I could do. And if it doesn't play out, it doesn't play out, or it didn't work out in the way that I wanted it to, then I have to be okay with that and find peace with that. If it doesn't come together the way I want, if they can't express themselves, if they don't want me, if they don't want to be honest with me, if they don't want to be vulnerable with me, then I have to be okay with that. Let's see what this person would say to you if they could say anything. Wow, the synchronicities of these numbers have been mind-blowing in these readings. You have 41 on the timer there, and then I have 1141 right here. Freaking crazy. So 4 is about that foundation that we talked about just now. 1 is about having a new beginning. 5 is about things changing. So there could be a change in the home. It could be a home. It could be trying to establish some sort of foundation with the home and what direction to take. What would this person say to freedom person if they could say anything? Sometimes I hear your voice. I think this person may have I've been here before with others. This is this energy I was talking about. For some of you, this doesn't resonate for everybody, but for some of you, you may have, this person may have spied on you in some kind of way and found some kind of information. This is a very specific kind of storyline. They found some kind of information that was hard to unsee. They had a hard time believing you in that situation, even though they feel like they've made amends with that, because they do feel some of it was probably that jealousy that I picked up on before. But they still haven't fully seen a new perspective of that either. They think that there's more to that than you let on. Whatever that means for some of you. What else? There's a lot of shadow cards here. Yes, it's too late. Yeah, this is what the thing is with this person. They say, I've already took this leap. I've already took this risk. I'm already here. So it kind of is what it is at this point. I took that risk and maybe it didn't play out. It's too late to take back some kind of communication as well. So they may have took a risk and communicated something to you, and now they can't really take that back. You are the best thing in my life. I want to be more than friends. Look at this. You didn't see my tears. Whatever this was, this person tried to hide it. Whatever you made amends about, this person tried to hide how it affected them so much. This person feels left out in the cold because they don't just want to be friends. You know, they want to have a deeper connection here with you and more connection with you. I've been struggling. I trusted you. I have trouble with intimacy. Didn't you have that in the same spot? Or was it up here? That's weird. Okay, one more. One more for Paul 2. I admire you. There's something to do with the foundation that you could be building, or a foundation that you have, or this could have to do with home. I keep getting this home-like energy, but there's something that they admire about you within that. Have admiration for the harmony or the peace that you've created in your life is something that's here. This person has trouble with being able to be intimate with you at this point, because you could have turned this person down, or it's just been this cold or more distant. So they're not expressing themselves fully to that extent, you know? They do feel like this connection here with you and the way that they feel with you has been one of the best opportunities that they've had here in their life at this point. And there's something to do with how there's a trust barrier that's been broken here in the past, that they've already kind of expressed or said or something of that, that's hard for them to clear up, go back on. I think it's just really hard for this person to trust, that's all. I'm just gonna leave it there. You have longing. So this is that Five of Pentacles again. Someone's secretly yearning for you. And I don't know what comes next. This is really important, and I wonder how you feel. I couldn't tell you face to face. Patience. You broke my heart. Yeah, especially with that, you didn't see my tears. Whatever conflict happened, it hurt more than what I think that you realized it did with this person. And it took them some time to work that out within themselves. They may have needed some time in isolation or stillness because of that. This person wants to know how you feel fully, but they're kind of not wanting to, they're struggling with that a little bit, because they want to know how you feel, but they're also worried about how you feel at the same time, because they don't know what you want and they don't know what is going to happen. Okay. Let's get, I'm going to get an overall energy for you and them, and then we'll get a postcard from Spirit, okay? Actually, let's get some eyes in. I want to take a look at these energies and what is possible outcomes from these energies moving forward here in this connection. Possible outcomes from this. Whoa! Ring. So there's that commitment. Transformation. So things transforming. Things different. And then isolation is here as well. It's funny. Paul 1 got these two cards. Transforming. Committing to transforming the isolation that you've had with this person. Committing to kind of maybe reconnecting with this person. Look at this. Balance at the bottom of the deck and healing. An ex-partner is here. So it may have something to do with an ex that caused conflict. But you have healing and balance here. So this person is in this connection, and how things are going to transpire from this moving forward is an ability to be able to balance things out. Find a new direction here where you can come out of this isolation and commit to something deeper. And heal from this. What's the overall energy, please, for Paul 2? Freedom. Goals, number 13. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. So there's your overall energy for moving forward. And then the number 13 is death and tarot. So that's that rebirth that's going to take place here. And it's funny too, because there's 6 pentacles that you can see on this card. And we talk so much about you being an energy of wanting to balance things out, wanting to give to the other person, because it literally says on this card, something is not an equal give and take, focus on balancing yourself. And that's what you've been doing. And you want to do for this connection. or the freedom person anyways. What about the stillness person's overall energy moving forward? They don't know. They don't know. Flowers here. I like this card. Obviously. So number 11, be generous, success and emotional fulfillment are yours. Yeah, and it's interesting because right now they don't feel that way, but this is something that they're wanting to commit and stick to because they don't want to deter from this journey. They've already took this direction. They've already took this leap. They want to kind of fight for it or stick to it. It's just overwhelming. They've done part of what they feel like they have done is enough. And now they're kind of sitting back and waiting for you to kind of be generous, you know, and give some of this more of emotional fulfillment to this connection, whereas before you weren't giving. You have the moon here as the bottom of the deck, which is the number 21 in the world again. It says, pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. And I think that's what the two of you are kind of sitting at, is that you're wanting to move ahead in this connection in a more confident way of how you feel about one another, what the two of you want, and the direction that you take moving forward. This person's allowing things to unfold naturally and wanting to blossom kind of naturally. Feeling like they feel like they're in the right place and so staying true to that. And you're more of the action, I feel. You're the one that's allowing freedom when it comes to your boundaries, freedom when it comes to burdens of the past and moving forward. Let's get an overall postcard from Spirit. Can I have a postcard from Spirit, please? Call two. Well, that was fast. So we have, you are divine beauty. Dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means that everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence. And even in the spirit world, there are consequences for every action that we take on your behalf. Right now, you're facing a situation that was set into motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pay off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step in beyond it just by using your imagination and acting as if it were, instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything that you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to a higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyways. Isn't that amazing how we adore you? So yeah, I definitely think that if you're in a place of lack with this person, I think that it's something that you are going to be able to find that balance and get back to reconnecting with one another in the best way possible. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's something that's going to transpire here in this connection. So the energy that the two of you are stepping into. Facing things and kind of what you want moving forward and committing to each other on what you want. For those of you where you don't feel connected to this person or you have been distant from this person, this is your own kind of way of committing to yourself and what it is that you want. My own idea. Gratitude. Having gratitude for every part of this connection and how it's transpired up until this point. Be still and be quiet, and you have stillness. The past is gone. Yep. This is about you having a rebirth, you know, you having a, you know, in a relationship, there's always going to constantly be cycles of closing something out and starting something new. If you're evolving in the relationship, it's natural. And this is part of it, but this is just very fresh. I feel like a very new kind of feelings that you haven't felt before with this person or being acknowledged. And there's a freshness to it, a youthfulness to this connection that's here. You know, leaving the past in the past and allowing whatever unfolds to unfold. Okay. Y, H, K, A, another Y, Y, Q, S, missed one. J. Oops. We also have G, B, E, Q again. We have the number 7, so things coming into alignment. We have the crossroads that's sitting here as well. We have T, get, it's already right here, and beat. You can beat it. A, R, V, Y, there's lots of Y's. I, S, another S, there's a lot of repetitive numbers, another I, I, and Y, Y, Y. Jar is right here. Yeah. Opening yourself up, you know, is something that's really big here. What else do I see? Say, it's right there. Hair is here. I don't know why that's relevant. It's like the two of you are playing out your shadow parts of yourselves with one another, and actually recognizing that with each other and allowing yourself to be okay with that, and knowing that about each other. There's an in-depth feeling that I'm feeling here. I also see great right here in the bowl. Great big yeah, and give. Give and receive. Give and get, you know. What you're willing to give, what you're willing to get, equal give and take. All that stuff is stuff that's here. And new understanding about it. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up for you guys to see this for yourself. There may be something here that's relevant. Have is in the bowl. Okay, I'm gonna leave you here. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for all your love and all your support and kindness. And that's all I have. So, thanks for being here, and I hope to see you soon. Pile 3. So if you chose the Naked Heart Tarot, then this is going to be your reading. We're going to put this right here, and we're going to dive into some oracles first. We're going to use the Sacred Destiny Oracles to start. So the way I'm doing this is I'm going to do your energy here, your person's energy here. Now, sometimes these roles can be switched. So take how it kind of fits for your story or resonates for you. That just tends to happen when you're reading energies. So I'm going to get an overall energy for you first. And then I have some different kinds of oracles we're going to use for connecting energy before we get further into the tarot, okay? Okay, pile 3. Pile 3's overall energy towards their person, spirit. Pile 3's overall... Pile 3's overall energy towards their person. This deck has been really, really jumpy. Healing Chaos. This is always such an interesting card to me. I love this card because it's representing, with Healing Chaos, it's the tornado that comes in that causes that destruction. It's also kind of representing the tower, but you have all the butterflies here, and it's being able to see the healing aspect to the tower itself. You know, it's being able to recognize that through chaotic situations, there is that transformation that takes place and that allows things to become healing on the other side of that. Seeing that there's butterflies here, is kind of saying that I feel like you're maybe in a position to where you have went through a lot of chaotic experiences, perhaps with this person, but maybe just relationships in general, and that you've kind of relived some experiences or have gained new information through these experiences that have allowed you to see things in a way to where they were healing for you moving forward, where they have transformed you and seeing the beauty in that. And I feel like it's possibly this person that has really connected those dots for you, has really connected that coming together. This could be a relationship where you feel this person is very kind of says things, or you figure out things through this relationship that's in your own personal life outside of this person that are like epiphanies that you have, realizations that you go through. And it's a influence from this connection itself with this person. And it's like you're putting kind of all this together, or you're realizing that through this experience, even though that this connection here could be something that was very painful and came very quickly, very abruptly, like a tornado, came in a hurry and made this destruction and then kind of went away quickly. You're finding the beauty in it though. So whether you're connected with this person still or not, this is what you've kind of, energy that you've kind of adapted to. And so when things do come up with this person, this is the way that you see them. Which makes me feel like you're in a very balanced place as far as the flow of how things kind of are going for you here in this relationship. I think that you've probably experienced a lot of pain, and you've gotten to a point of recognizing the beauty through the pain. It's like when someone comes into your life and shakes things up so dramatically, and it's very painful. That's also, there's so many like good experiences that you have as well. It's not just pain. And then after they're gone, you have to kind of gather your thoughts, you know, and gather your pieces back together. And I think that you've done that. I think that you've done that enough to where you possibly even have come to terms with a lot of things from your past. You've probably, it's a peaceful place of knowing what's meant to be will be kind of energy. And I think that's how you're feeling towards this person currently, allowing things to unfold naturally and knowing that whatever does unfold is probably meant for your highest good. And you're trying to kind of stay in that state, even though I do feel like that may be kind of a struggle for you at times emotionally. You try to keep yourself in that balanced place. So let's see about your person. What about Pile 3's person spirit? Person spirit. Father's person. Where's Father's? Well, that one wanted to come out. I already saw this once. Stillness. Stand still. Stand still. Pile 2 got stillness on the side. Stand still. Well, this person definitely has their eye on you, but I think that this person is in a place to where they're just now starting to kind of see the light, or they're just now starting to see how maybe things can kind of fit together for them in this connection, or why this connection has transpired in the way that it has. Maybe this has been kind of a scary experience for them to feel, you know, the emotional depths that they have felt here with you. And you may have been, maybe where this pain is kind of coming from for your side. This person may have kind of pulled back and away from you because of that. They've always had their eye on you though. So if you're distant from this person, this is someone that still constantly thinks about you and reminisces about this connection. I feel like they can't quite they may still not quite understand their emotions. They may still be a little murky. But there is a realization of the groundedness that your memory has maintained within them. And there's an inability to be able to see I want to say an ability to be able to see the future. They're focused on you at this time. This is someone, oh my gosh, guys, I just got the most awesomest thing. Oh my gosh, that just pulled so much emotion out. This is someone that could fly, but chooses to stay grounded until they understand it's almost like, I don't know why I'm getting this in this way. But it's almost like this person wants to make sure that there's something about you that makes them want to make sure that you're okay. There's something about what you could be experiencing something right now, by the way. You could be someone, guys, my gosh. You could be someone that is actually experiencing some sort of loss, or you could be just going through a situation, or you could be just someone that doesn't have anybody, you know, close to you. There's something about you that this person feels, it's almost like, it's an energy, it's a, how do I say this? It's like a feeling of, almost kind of feeling bad for you. But it's not like they're looking at you like you're not doing well. So you're fine. I mean, you're strong. You know, they recognize that. This is a feeling of, this person has empathy for where you are, who you are, where you are because of who you are. That's it. And it's almost like this is someone that wants to know that you are grounded. And that's what they're focused on right now, instead of taking flight where they, in a direction that they want to go. Now, I don't know for sure that this is a penguin. I mean, a penguin. I know it's not a penguin. I think it's a pelican, but for some reason, for me, it's reminding me of a flamingo, okay? And I read about them the other day, and maybe this is why this is coming up. You notice on this picture, there's just a little bit of pink here, but the rest of it is white. So I read that white flamingos, or flamingos that don't have all their coloration, are the flamingos that every other flamingo kind of stays away from. You know, the brighter, the peaky color, then the more drawn, the more attractive they are. And sometimes there's, especially when they're aging or they're growing, they go through these stages to where they don't have all that attraction, all that pink color to them just quite yet. And so it just makes me wonder if reason I'm thinking this, if this person's kind of in a place to where they aren't ready to fully let go here with you yet. They're not ready for taking flight. You know, they're not ready to distance themselves until it's about this, until they know that this tornado is settled. This is someone that really cares about what happens to you, whether you know that or not. I mean, I feel like this is someone that would fight for you, as far as just to make sure that you're okay. But there's a standstill here because I don't know necessarily that this person knows exactly what to do with feeling that way. You know, they're standing still. They're looking in your direction, but they're not moving in your direction. It's almost like this person doesn't know what to do with that. They're still, like I said, they don't quite understand fully their emotions. I think there's understanding of their emotions, but they don't quite fully understand entirely how they feel, and why they feel the way that they feel. Why they feel this way towards you. Why they feel, it's almost like a protective kind of energy over you, you know, in a way. What's the connecting energies for pile 3? The golden phoenix. There's another bird. There's another bird. It's the number 12, which is the Hanged Man in Tarot, and gaining new perspective, which is something that this person could be sitting and doing. Something that you thought was finished bursts back into life. This person could have spent this time away from you or distance away from you, or they could be distant from you now. You could be disconnected from this person, no contact. But this is something that has regenerated in some kind of way, whether that's mentally for this person. And I want to go back to that story. There is a storyline about, for some of you, that there's something that you've recently gone through that this person has seen if they are in disconnect with you. And this empathy they have for you and wanting to kind of protect you or care for you in some kind of way is there. But the golden phoenix, so crazy that's kind of similar to this color here, even though it's kind of reminded me of the flamingo. You know, part of the reason may it look this way is because the sun is coming in this card, which is what this bird has its eye on. But the phoenix is that Scorpio energy, that transformational energy, which is about things changing significantly, which is this whole representation of the tornado itself. And it's the number 12. So that Hanged Man, Pisces energy, being in that place where they're trying to discover the secrets behind these feelings and this intention of empathy that they have towards you and why. There's also an idea behind maybe their beliefs about things. could also be something that's changing or evolving in some kind of way. And this could have to do with this person's own stability. So whatever they're seeing with you is reflecting back on them in their own life and how they are living their life and what they're living their life for. This is something that has this person, the two of you may have recently reconnected or have had some sort of communication come through. There is it's coming in the way of a sudden way. It's a sudden energy that I'm feeling. Because you have the tornado, you have burst here. But you have been able to kind of cope with this. Your person's sitting at a standstill. So where you're seeing things in a more healing way, in a healing aspect, because you've developed this balance of awareness within yourself through this experience, your person's in a way of kind of just coming online to these feelings and what they represent and how they've kind of, they're shaking them up a little bit, where they're trying to find their balance. That's why they're standing still. And it's funny that it stands still and you have the 12 here, which is representing that Hanged Man is kind of that standstill energy, putting yourself on that branch, on that pole, and looking at things in a completely different way. And that's what this person's kind of doing. They're not only reflecting on things in their own life, but they're also looking at the connection that they share with you in a completely different way or aspect than they have in the past. And the idea behind that. Interesting. Okay. For you, something that you thought was finished burst back into life. Whatever you thought you knew in a way about this person or have come to some sort of conclusion about may have been recently shaken as well. Changing the perspective of how you're kind of seeing this relationship is something that's here. And whatever that is has been something that has been healing for you. Love this deck. I haven't used it in a while, so I'm excited to get to it. So we're going to start with whichever side you're on. We're going to start with Healing Chaos first. How is Healing Chaos feeling towards standstill? How is Healing Chaos? The Four of Pentacles in reverse. There's that card of, you know, letting your boundaries down, but in a way of knowing that you're ready for something like that. There's an energy of freedom here. How is Healing Chaos feeling about standstill? Magician in reverse. There's that sense of freedom. We have the Queen of Pentacles. No, King of Pentacles. Right? Gosh, I haven't used this deck in a while. Now I don't remember what the... We'll get to it. There's the Hanged Man. It's in reverse, though. It's in reverse for... This is talking about this Healing Chaos. So if this is your energy, and that's how I'm going to refer it to, because that's what I said here. But... So then you're in a position to where you've already gained perspective. You don't really need to be in that Hanged One energy. I think that this connecting energies is kind of representing where you have been. And you've been on that tree. The Naked Heart. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and get some clarifiers here before I keep going. I want to see about that Spirit of Pentacles. Let me check that before I need to check that. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I wanted to make sure that I have that right. That is the King of Pentacles. And the Naked Heart is, which I already knew that it's a special card in this deck because it's the number 22. It's the After the World, but I wasn't sure exactly the meaning behind it. Well, I knew the meaning behind it, but I wanted to double check on it. When it comes up in reverse, is very much different from the meaning upright. When this card is in reverse, when it's, let's talk about when it's upright first. When it's upright, it's connecting with your heart space in a very pure way of the connection that you feel there and the emotions that you feel there, and knowing that there is that darkness and the light behind that. And it's a perfect representation as well of this healing chaos. It's the same kind of energy. When it's in reverse, it's more focused on questioning if this is something that's fully coming from the heart space, or is this something that is connecting more so to the ego and the differences that are there. So let's get some clarifiers before we continue here. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? We also have Aries, Capricorn, and Pisces as well. Why is the Four of Pentacles in reverse? Ace of Cups in reverse. The Magician in reverse. Two cards wanted to come out. You have Judgment and the Sun in reverse. Why is the Spirit of Pentacles here? Wow. You have the Spirit of Wands. So you have the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Why is the Hanged Man in reverse? Two more came out. You have the Five of Wands in reverse, and on top of that, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Naked Heart here in reverse? The Chariot. That's very... You're trying to find alignment within your head and heart space. So we have Aries, Scorpio, Cancer energy here as well, and Leo. Your bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups, which is... this is the energy that you are trying to maintain, you know? And look at that, guys. Wow. You have the Spirit... Well, it didn't want to show itself, did it? The Spirit of Swords, the King of Swords. You have three kings out here. So you're trying to gain this control. And the reason that you're trying to gain the control is because there's an idea that you don't know what the future kind of holds. It's completely unknown to you. There is no plan that can be set into place. And you're trying to not be afraid of what's to come. You're trying to stay in a place to where you are balanced either way. And with this King of Swords to be right underneath this Three of Cups, if you have reconnected with this person, for those of you that have, you're trying to stay in a place of logic and reason when it comes to the connection that you feel with this person. So you're trying to maintain some sort of friendship that's here and being realistic about that. For those of you that are not connecting with this person, then you are trying to maintain a more of a social kind of atmosphere around you at this time. You're trying to remain balanced when it comes to not isolating yourself so much, but also putting yourself out there in kind of a place to where you can explore who you are as a person, you know, and not just close yourself off because of past pain. You're really trying to control that balance. So it's almost like when someone doesn't necessarily feel like going out and hanging out with other people, being around other people, it's almost like, you know, you're trying to be logical in a way of structuring that and knowing what's best for you and knowing that you need to get out and express yourself and staying out of so much of that Eight of Swords energy. You know, I may not know what the future holds for me, but I'm trying to not get so tied up in any kind of anxiety or anything of that. I want to remain in this playful kind of energy with myself and allowing myself to be in this playful energy. So let's go back to here. I'm interested to talk about this right here. So with the Ace of Cups being in reverse and the Four of Pentacles, this is about you not being bound to a relationship or not being bound to an outcome of this relationship with this person. You're not keeping yourself, you're not setting yourself up with some sort of boundary when it comes to what kind of relationship I think that you have with this person, if you are connecting with this person, or what kind of relationship that you have. It's like you're more focused on yourself and the way that you feel instead of being solely focused on the need to have that love from someone. You're trying to just give that to yourself because you know that's the place that's the safest for you. You know, you're trying to allow yourself to be free with your love instead of being solely focused on the boundaries of that. I hope that makes sense, because that's kind of a harder energy to express. It's like not someone that's not trying to get so attached to love, but just kind of allowing yourself to explore, you know, this experience or whatever, if you are with this person or not. It's like when you know, when you're wanting to date somebody and you go out and you date that person and you're not focused on this is a love connection. You know, you're more focused on just whatever this connection is, allowing it to be that. And I think that's kind of the way that you're kind of seeing this person, even if you're not connected to them, but you're recognizing that now that you look back on that, you know, with this person. No obligations in love. That's it. This is what you're trying to maintain. You may have an inability with this person to be able to feel secure when it comes to a new relationship with them. So there may be a lack of being able to commit to love with this person in some way. Maybe you just can't have a relationship with this person, or you can't have one right now. And this is why you've kind of released yourself from that expectation, you know. So the Magician in reverse with the Sun in reverse and the Judgment. You're definitely facing a reality that things might not necessarily turn out in the way that you want them to with this person, or that you don't have everything. You cannot manipulate this connection. That's what you're realizing. This is this kind of awakening that you're having. In a way, you cannot manipulate the outcome here of this connection. You can't manifest this connection in the way that you want. And maybe you have actually tried to manifest this connection in this person in the way that you wanted in the past, and that's been something that's came around and backfired on you. And that is why maybe you don't put any kind of expectation on it. Like I said, you're really trying to maintain this balance of being at peace with where you are. You know, the Two of Wands is in reverse here with this King of Swords on top of it, because you're looking at this logically when it comes to the future and the lack of that. Not saying I will be with this person or I won't be with this person, just saying you know, it's going to be what it is. Like I said, and this is here. Because you know that every time that maybe you have put that expectation out there, even with just relationships, even for some of you, they haven't necessarily came together in the way that you wanted them to come together, and you've ended up disappointed. And so now you're kind of just opening your eyes to that and trying to be honest with yourself. And this is part of that transformation that you've been through here with the butterflies. And that's what judgment is healing chaos. It's in the imagery of judgment on the regular tarot, right-away tarot. You have the dead coming up out of the coffin, you know, that awakening that's taking place where they're being called by spirit, you know, to face judgment upon themselves. And this is something that you have figured out within yourself, is that you get maybe too caught up in the positive part of how things should be, or in not being so realistic about the idea of how things can be. So you're making this way of how to ground things, you know, when it comes to a relationship, whereas you didn't before. And this has been that epiphany that you've kind of had. You're being honest with yourself about that, even though that is something that's painful. But that's part of that healing, probably part of your healing journey that you kind of went through, and it was probably some sort of direct influence from this connection itself. These two right here being in the middle of your spread, plus these, all your kings being upright. The only one that we're missing here is the King of Cups, which is the emotional part. And you have this naked heart in reverse because you're still trying to gain control over the emotions. You're not quite fully there yet. You still find yourself kind of, like I said before, kind of seeping back into that. Pain is still something that's very present. This is a balance between, if you're connecting with this person, it's like when things are good, you don't try to get too caught up in that. Because you know that if the rug gets pulled out from under your feet, you don't want to fall too bad. You know, you're not trying to be like on a magic carpet. You're not trying to be on a magic rug and getting too far off the ground. You want to make sure that you're closer to the ground so that if it does happen, it's easier to recover from. And this is something that you've acknowledged from the past. I don't know that you're necessarily fully consciously aware that this is how you're doing it, but that's what I'm feeling. That's why all these kings are here, and not the King of Cups. So this is the grounded energy and the honesty and the truth that you're holding within, and also your value within. And this drive that you feel, or this, you have this urge inside of you to be driven and focused when it comes to staying grounded. And it's so strong. It's not only in the middle of your spread, but it's also in the form of the kings. So it's something that you have worked on throughout this experience, and you have developed into a king energy. So you're very capable of maintaining a balance here. But here's where things get kind of a little bit squirrely for me. So you have the Hanged Man here in reverse. And it's funny that this is a bat, which kind of for me is like that shadow sense, you know, nocturnal kind of thing. And the shadow and the darkness. Bats get a really, I don't know why bats, everybody's like, ooh, it's a bat. You know, they're actually amazing creatures. And if you've ever looked at one up close, I mean, there's just, to me, there's just hard to turn away from. The way that they look up close, it's just, it's kind of a little scary, but it's also really magical at the same time. There's just this different kind of feeling you get when you look at a bat. But this is in reverse here, because I think that you've made peace with you've spent all this time, I feel like, already kind of thinking about this person and thinking about how things will transpire, or when things will transpire, or being on this journey. You've already gained that perspective of something different. And you've made peace with that, with this Five of Wands in reverse. And you've made peace with this Seven of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you are investing in, or you want to invest in, or you this connection and how you have invested in this connection, especially if you're not connected with this person anymore, you've already gained that different perspective of how things transpired, and you've made peace with that. And if you're connecting with this person, this future energy, like we've been talking about it, about being comfortable with not knowing, this is about you making amends with investing into this relationship and knowing that there could be differences here between the two of you and how you want to invest. And for some of you, I think for some of you, you may not know this other person's perspective of what maybe they actually wanted from you. And that maybe has, if you're connecting with this person, maybe something that hasn't fully came to light yet. But for others of you, this is something that you just kind of figured out how to reconcile within yourself, that y'all just had differences about what y'all wanted to invest in here, and that you're okay with that. Because it has to be that way, you know, it just is what it is. There was differences here in the way, in what you can equally give to one another. And you're just making peace with that. You were meant to be in this person's life for this reason, and they were meant to be in yours for this reason. And that's where the investment comes out on top of the time that you spent in this relationship, and you've made peace with that. This right here is you still trying to, I think you're still trying to work some things out emotionally in your head about what it is that your ego has wanted in this connection versus what your heart is calling you to do. And the Chariot is an independent card. It's Cancer energy. And it's about you driving your emotions into the best place that's for you. And so I think it's kind of reasonable that we have the Naked Heart in reverse here, because you are, when we talk about ego's not a bad thing, but it's a part of you looking out for yourself as well. You know, you have to have that kind of ego part to things. Otherwise, you put yourself into lots of situations where you can get hurt and your emotions get out of control. Here, you're trying to control your emotions, so you know that you have to put yourself into this King of Swords, into this ego part of your mindset, right? I have to maintain this energy of also looking out for myself here and maintaining my own emotions so they don't get carried away with me. And then I end up with the Chariot in reverse, not knowing which direction I need to take emotionally, because they're all over the place. You know, I can't drive these horses because I don't have the reins. Here you do have the reins, and you're trying to maintain that. This is why you're not looking so much in the depths of your emotions. You know, we don't see a lot of cups here. That's the reason. Actually, to be honest with you, there are 2 cards of cups, which is the 3 of cups and this ace. And together you make the 4 of cups, which is a card of, well, you could be rejected. You could be knowing that you'd have to sit there and this would be something that would be painful and you'd have to think about for a long time, and passing up love. And this could be a past that you had with this person, but this is something that you could also be afraid of. And this is part of why you're not, you don't feel secure that this person is in love with you, you know, or was in love with you. And you've had to make peace with that. That's really where I should have started, because that's how this, now that I'm seeing it, going through all of it and going back to here, that's how I'm seeing it. Okay, so let's get some message cards from you to this person. If this is your energy, by the way. I know I keep saying you, but it would be weird if I kept saying healing chaos, wouldn't it? Be kind of confusing too, I feel like, as well. Okay. So let's see. What would you say to this person if you could say anything? What would healing chaos say to this person if they could say anything? What would healing chaos say to stand still? So we have, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Yeah. Soulmate. This is this feeling of, yeah, this right here. You're realizing, again, that this is something that you cannot control. The way that you feel about this person is also something that you can't control. But you care about this person. And I do feel like that from them as well. Chemistry. So many things remind me of you. This chemistry that's here, if you're connecting with this person, this is something that you are definitely trying to ground with this King of Wands. It's a very fiery, passionate kind of energy that's coming in, very focused. But with this King of Pentacles, you're trying to find balance between the two. You're trying to ground that chemistry that you feel, so you don't let it get carried away with you. I love myself enough to walk away. Now this right here is on top of that naked heart, and that's very important because this is about you with this Chariot literally running away. This is about you staying logical or reasonable here, to where if it's something that is, you know, not good for you or not beneficial to you in any kind of way, and this, you know that this person is someone that would hurt you or can hurt you or has hurt you, and you don't trust them, then you will walk away from them. Or maybe that's what you've done in the past. For some of you, if you're not connected with this person anymore, doing what's best for you. Just being near you is intoxicating. Boundaries. This is about you maintaining boundaries within yourself. This doesn't have to do with this person. This is about you maintaining these boundaries within yourself, not allowing yourself to get carried away with that sun energy. You know, you can get carried away easily with the sun. It's very positive. It's all high vibrational energy. So you try not to get caught up in that and feeling of this soulmate energy, like your soulmate. This is someone that you love and that accepts you and that you respect and that, you know, you see as your equal in that kind of way, or someone you're meant to be with. You try to not get carried up in that. What else? Play hard. With chemistry and play hard here, again, there's a level of you just trying to maintain a balance. And it goes back into this Three of Cups here. And if you're not connected with this person, this is the same kind of energy. You don't want to fall into this place with anyone else either, you know, to where you give your identity away to someone in a way. You want to make sure that you have this chemistry and playful energy, but you're not allowing it to turn you into someone that you aren't. You know, you're not colliding with this person. You are maintaining this yourself in a relationship and who you are independently from the relationship. So you have, I miss hearing your voice. So if you're distant from this person, so many things remind me of you and I miss hearing your voice. Or you feel distant from this person, even if you are in connection. Maybe you're not capable of, for some of you, if this person's reconnected with you recently, I think that you may still kind of feel like you want to be more connected with them, or that's making you miss this person. Or if you've seen this person or something's come up about them, with so many things remind me of you. It reminds you that you do miss this person. And that's something that you have to, that's one more thing that you have to kind of remember that you have control over, you know. One more. What else? I'm feeling curiosity. I'm happy that it's over. Yeah. For those of you that are disconnected, this is that feeling of, we have regret at the bottom of the deck. This is that feeling of you being happy that things ended the way that they did, because you're recognizing the amount of love that you now have for yourself. It's put you on this path of this healing journey within yourself, the pain that you experienced from this person. And I think that goes for either one of you, whether you're reconnecting with this person or not. That's a period of this experience that you're just glad that it's over and done with. Because now you know how strong you are, you know who you are, and you know how to maintain this control of your emotional state and kind of take care of yourself in that way. Okay, so now we're going to see what the other person's feelings are and thoughts. So like I said, that could have been your person or you. It's just which one resonates best with you. So now we want to focus on standstill. How's standstill feeling towards healing chaos? Come on, come together. How is standstill feeling towards healing chaos? How is standstill feeling towards healing chaos? I have a feeling their energy may be a lot different. How is standstill feeling towards healing chaos? Ooh, you have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Wow, with the Ten of Cups. This is somebody that's wanting to, either they're seeing, this is this perspective shift. This is healing energy. This is someone that doesn't want a Ten of Swords. This is someone that wants to improve this, that they don't want to be this person, if they've been this person in the past, that has betrayed you in some kind of way. This is a change. That's a huge change. Wow, guys. This is the Queen of Pentacles in the same position that the King of Pentacles was. The difference is that theirs is in reverse. You may not be being as generous with a grounded kind of energy as you used to be with this person. It's something that they're recognizing. Justice. Both Libra energy here, or Taurus and Libra, I'm sorry. Nine of Swords. So, ooh, man. This is like someone that realizes after things have ended, looking back, realizing maybe the pain that they caused or the hurt that they caused or what they had that they didn't see. This is reconciliation kind of energy, I feel like. This is someone, guys, that's also worried about, oh, man. This is like when you're with someone and they don't treat you very well, or they just end things in a bad way, or they just, let's just say, it's going to be different levels for everybody, but it's like when someone is in a relationship and they just don't value the other person in the way that they necessarily should. There's no equal give and take there in some sense. And then when something happens and there's distance, now they're looking back and seeing how you are someone that they do value and they see abundance with, and they see an emotional fulfillment with, and how maybe you've pulled back your energy, you're no longer kind of giving to this person in the same way, and they're looking at this like now the scales are balanced for them. It's almost like their karma coming back around on them, you know, in some kind of way. And that brings anxiety towards this person. So for a few of you, you may have actually turned this person down in a way. Now, for others of you, this is about them having improvements and recovering something that could have been lost. And now feeling this Ten of Cups that's here, but not knowing how to give to this situation equally and justify things. And that brings anxiety. Tell me about the Ten of Cups reverse. So you have the Knight of Swords. So this is movement. It's the movement of swords, but it's the Knight of Swords. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah. This is a heavy loss that's here. This is someone that, I mean, this is someone that feels all this, but they can't have it. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is a missed fortune, a missed opportunity. And this person is seeing you as this missed opportunity when it comes to emotional fulfillment. For others of you, this is something this person doesn't want, is to miss an opportunity with you when it comes to this. This is communication. This is someone that wants to communicate to make things better, to have improvements. For some of you, this could have been something that already happened. But this is something they're thinking about. I want to communicate the ending and so that I can fix this Ten of Swords. I don't want to miss my opportunity of having this fulfillment here. I'm seeing things in a different way. Why is the Heart of Pentacles? The Eight of Swords is here. For some of you, this person doesn't know what you want with them. You may not be in that same kind of place that you were before, and you're not, because you're different. Your whole self is kind of changed. So you're not in this generous, loving nature that you were in the past, because you've experienced this pain. They know this, and they know that they're afraid of that. For some of you, I'm getting, this could be someone else in their life that causes a lot of stress on them. And for some of you, this could be just someone of their past that causes a lot of stress, that they see as, I mean, when the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, she can represent not such a great energy, because she can be very closed off and not giving in any kind of way. So if this person is connected with someone else in some kind of way, especially material-wise, this is something that keeps them blocked from you, from fully experiencing you in the way that they want. Let's keep going. Why is the Justice here? Looky there. Look at that. Wow. They have the Naked Heart in reverse with Justice. They know, guys, this person, this is their ego. And their heart may feel a certain way, but their ego is what they're struggling with. They can't justify, for some of you, they can't justify the way that, balance out their head and their heart in the way that they need to. But for others of you, when I said wow, it's because this person has just came aware that in the past, maybe they let their ego get the best of them. And that's where this karma's coming in to balance things out. And that's what they're saying is you're not giving to them anymore. So why is the Knight of Swords here? Where's this anxiety coming from? So we have Temperance here. So the reason in reverse, Sagittarius, we also have all the fixed signs. So that's Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus energy. We have Taurus here as well. So what brings them anxiety and stress is that they can't emotionally balance things out. So the fact that you're getting recognition or balance from what you've experienced, and it's coming back on this person in this way, it's causing them to be out of balance. This person is going through a lot of stress, as far as they could have sleepless nights about this, about how they treated you. And it goes back to this empathy that I felt before. This is all about this person and how they've treated you in the past, and it coming back around on them, and them seeing things differently, seeing a new perspective and thinking, I was acting out of my ego, and now they're going to balance the scales. They're going to stop giving to me. And for some of you, if you haven't been connected with this person for a while, this is someone else that's around them that they feel trapped by, they feel like is karma coming back around on them in a way because of what they've how they've treated you, or it's just because whatever this person's done, and this is a different scenario, so someone's story though, whatever someone else has done around them is the scales being balanced, and it's causing them to think about this connection here with you in the past and how they treated you then. It's given them that different perspective that they needed, and it's caused them to be completely out of emotional balance with themselves. It's almost kind of like they're kind of upset with, they're upset with themselves. You have Father Sky here. So this is the Emperor in reverse. This is someone that doesn't feel solid, and then you have this Eight of Pentacles, which is someone that can't really work, can't really make progress, can't really move. And you have the Four of Wands. The universe, the world in reverse, and the devil. Yeah, this person is seeing the toxicity of how things ended and the lessons that they're learning or didn't learn that they are learning now about themselves. They're trying to find peace with that, but they know now that they need to work on themselves. They need to work on getting themselves back into alignment and stabilizing themselves, because they know that they're not in balance with how they've kind of acted here in this connection with you. Whether you're with them or not, it's like they're looking at themselves going, I have to get myself under control. I have to get the way that I treat others and how my ego kind of maybe gets carried away. I need to get myself in control with that. What would this person, what would stand still say to healing chaos? Okay, that came out weird. I don't react when people mention you. I love you. Wow. Guys, that's right on top of 10 of Cups. It's almost like somebody realizing that they love you after the fact. That's what I'm feeling. And how they missed the opportunity. I had the opportunity to have a fulfillment there, and I swindled it, I hide who I really am from you. Here and now, your true love is already part of your life. We need to let each other go. And this is on top of that Nine of Swords. that's telling me this person's struggling with being able to let you go. And that's because this emotional imbalance that's here. You didn't imagine it. This is someone that wants to offer you the way that they were. They want to tell you, I know I wasn't a good person to you. That's why they don't react when people mention you. They don't, if just let's say that this person was around a group of people that were talking about you, they would not chime in. They would not say anything about that because they know they didn't treat you right. They know that what they've done isn't right. They wouldn't even go there, you know. I compare others to you. It's another thing if this person's been away from you. I wish that we could go back. Yeah. This has to do with you maybe not giving to this person in the same way, and that's making them feel trapped in their minds, you know, and they're wishing that they could go back and have done things differently, because now they kind of ruined that. You don't give to them in the same way you did because you've been hurt by them. I don't know what to say. Yeah. This is about them. I mean, when you have to go to someone and say, I screwed up, I'm sorry, that kind of energy, and they know that this is something that they feel like they need to do now to justify, to make right, it's hard for them because they don't know how. They don't know what to say. Two cards wanted to come out. Mastery, you've learned the spiritual lesson, and we're more alike than I admit. They may have looked at you in a certain kind of way before, but now they're realizing, looking back, that y'all were more similar in a lot of ways than what they kind of put out there. You know, like, actually looking back now, they were probably the same way as you in a lot of ways, but they hid who they really were from you. They probably would want to give to you in a certain kind of way, but they kind of held back because that was almost scary to this person to feel that way with someone. And that's probably why they treated you the way that they did. And that's a lesson. That's a huge lesson to learn, especially when you know that maybe you've lost someone, which is what they're, I think, experiencing now. Okay, so now we're going to tap into future energies. This is just to look at what could, because energy changes. From this energy, what could transpire in the near future? From this energy, commitment. We have ring here. So a union taking place. What could transpire? And stress. Situation is causing stress and anxiety. What could transpire in the near future? Very soon. So you may be, if you aren't yet, you may be coming back together with this person. I am getting a special kind of message here for some of you. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I'm hearing here. I have reconciliation here, family, letter, and challenges. For some of you, you've already moved on to someone else, and I think you're already in a commitment, and this is something that stresses this person out, causes this person anxiety. Or this is something for some of you that you have just kind of started to get into. For some of you, since we're looking at future energies, this could be someone that you haven't met yet, but you will in the near future. And you're going to, this person's going to see you kind of get into more of a committed relationship, and they're going to feel like they need to act on moving towards you or sending you something here to try to reconcile with you, to heal things. Because of that, because you're already gravitating towards someone else. Now for others of you, this could be if you're already connecting with this person, wanting to commit to you now, but feeling stressed out about making that decision because of the challenges that are here. and communicating the challenges. Maybe family has a factor in that. You know, we did see, this is the Ten of Cups. We saw the Ten of Cups here. Okay, so let's get an overall card for advice for the Healing Chaos side. What is advice for Healing Chaos? Oh, whoa! We have key. I have one more that fell. An eagle, another bird. Birds have been really significant in these readings. So the number 15, which is the Devil in Tarot, and then the number 9 here, which is the Hermit with Eagle, says new beginnings, directions, and adventures wait for those ready to let go of the past. So you letting go of the past, you may have an opportunity here with this. Either this is someone new or this is this person. And letting go of the past is a big, big part, a key to you moving forward. Letting go of those toxicities and feeling trapped and all that other stuff. Maintaining that mindset. And then eagle here. I just heard I can fly high like an eagle, like the song. Go ahead. It says you will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. And I think that's awesome because you went through that hermit healing phase, and now you can see that higher perspective and move towards what you feel destined towards with clarity, with strength, now that you've kind of conquered this. So tell me about future advice for standstill. Future advice for standstill. Celebrations, which is the number 5, which is change. You are ready. It's also the Hierophant in Tarot. You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. So if this person is one that's wanting to experience new things. And like I said, I think this is a reflection of this whole thing that they've been through here with you. They're wanting to, I mean, it's opened them up to wanting to explore new things. And it's funny that in that box is the light. And that's what this standstill card, the bird, is kind of looking at, is the light, which is your direction. With that phoenix there as well. You know, this is like a rebirth for this person. They're realizing something about themselves that they didn't see before. It's waking them up. And they're wanting to have new experiences and explore new things about their life because they know something different about themselves now. They can live in a different way. Experience the world in a different way. Okay. That's a big change for this person. Dear you, celebrate life. That's no coincidence. Uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways that we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher self. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Try something new. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, how it looks, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad that you did because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and supported. This is really important for both of you because you're both, this is a new energy. This is a different energy. This is that Hanged Man that we talked about in the beginning, perspective shift. So if you're going to be with this person, leave everything in the toxic ways of the past and move forward with what you know now. This person's different, you're different. If you aren't and you're just going your separate ways or you're just disconnected and you're both experiencing a new parts in yourself, this is just about you opening yourself up to the unfamiliar and being okay with being in that place. So we have time alone. Maybe you need to spend some time alone before you communicate or to communicate. Let go of the story. Yep, let go of that old story. We talked about that. Be supportive and soften and open. Yep. This is an idea to kind of open yourself up to love. Definitely letting go of that past story. It's time now to kind of let that past kind of go, you know? To let that story kind of go. It might have been who you were then, but it's not who you are now, you know? We have JBARN, barn. Barn might be significant for some reason. Y, X, M or W, R, Z, L, M, or W, R, another R, R and R, get some R and R. We have F, we have the number 8, which is about taking action, mastering your lessons, moving forward. Number 4, which is your foundation, your stability, security. And number 6, which is about healing. We have toy right here, T-O-Y. We also have K, O, O, E, A, C, come here you, E, and L. So, let's see. What else do I see? I don't really see anything. I don't know why I haven't been seeing very much in the bowl lately, but let's put them together. Sometimes I see more when they're all together. Nope, I'm not seeing anything. I'm just not seeing anything. We have boy in the bowl. That's so weird. I know there's stuff here. We have room in the bowl. Bay. Moon. Seeing past the illusions. Clown. Yeah. This person may have felt like a clown in the past. They may have felt like a clown. We have bar here. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this up so y'all can see. I'm gonna leave here. So I hope you enjoyed this nice long love reading. And thanks guys so much for being here. Thanks for all y'all's love and all y'all's support and kindness. And I hope to see you soon.